What's going on, guys? It's Esuko Libre, and today we had a patch for the 9.1 PTR, and with it came some exciting changes for Warlock. I don't know what just happened today, but I'm gonna go through it all with you guys, and yeah, we'll learn just what happened. If you guys like any of the weak auras or the LVI profile, you can drop by my Discord, and they're available to my Twitch subscribers only. Now let's get straight into it. So first up here, we have a buff to Dark Pact, actually. Previous from its original buff, where it was going to have an absorb shield of 216%, it's now going to be buffed to 316%, so it's 100% buff there. I don't know what they're doing with this talent, honestly. You get a huge absorb shield. It's pretty much 70% of my health is an absorb shield. You're gonna be unkillable with this talent now. Like, all honesty, like this is gonna be sweet. It's only on a 1 minute cooldown too, so you're just gonna have a lot of health. Like, you're gonna be able to soak things, take mechanics, all that stuff. Again, it's a nice change. I don't know why they're doing it, but it's huge. That's a very weird and good buff, I guess. Next up, and this is going to be into the meat of it, Affliction. We all thought it was dead. We were like, we're those nerfs to Rapture came in, the Focus Malignancy nerf came in, and we're like, all right, Destro Chain it is. We're playing Destro, and then, bam, they came out with this. Just today, we've done the testing. We've seen what the thoughts of other people were, and it's crazy. So starting off here, corruption damage increased by 15%. This is good. Um, Basically your daunt's gonna tick harder. Cool. That's great. Corruption's damage before was pretty okay, but now it's a lot better. Seed of corruption damage increased by 25%. Now, I don't know if you guys knew like old Warlock. I think it was in like Legion, but Sothis Seeds was a very real build. And with Seed of Corruption's damage being increased this much, Sothis Seeds might actually be like your go-to like Mythic plus talent. This is cool. On top of the fact that you have corruption damage increase too. If you guys don't know what Seed of Corruption does, by the way, so it's a 2.2 one cast, at least for me. And after 10 seconds or dealing 1,500 shadow damage to it, it's going to explode. Or sorry, 850 shadow damage. It will explode, dealing 1,500 and applying corruption to everything. The biggest part is it's going to apply corruption to everything. But if you take the Sow the Seeds talents, it's going to embed 2 seeds, so it's going to or 2 additional seeds into nearby enemies. So your 1,500 that's going to be exploding for is going to be doubled essentially. That's a lot of AOE damage coming out at once. It's very real that Soda Seeds could be the choice for like a 4 to 5 Mythic Plus week. Great changes all around for that. Seed of Corruption, it's gonna do damn. Corruption, it's already doing damn. It's gonna be doing more. Uh, in terms of your stacked cleave, very good. And as from the recent changes, or the changes before, I should say, AF was going to be looking very strong in a multi-dotting scenario, and now it's going to be looking strong in a stacked cleave scenario as well. It could be very good, but there's more. So, Dark Color is no longer a talent. I'm not sure you guys heard, right? Shadow Embrace has been removed and is now a talent again. You guys saw earlier. Here it is. Back where it rightfully belongs, not baseline, and a talent that we're literally never going to pick ever. And in place of Dark Color, with it being removed, Dark Lair is now a 2-minute cooldown. Now this is game changing. Like, you have Dark Soul Misery as your 2-minute cooldown, and you have Dark Lair as your 2-minute cooldown. So you're bursting every 2 minutes. Soul Rot's a 1-minute cooldown, so you're gonna have one shit Soul Rot, and then you're gonna have one really good Soul Rot. This is like, this is gonna change almost how the spec plays. Like, it's gonna feel better just being able to go off every 2 minutes. It's just gonna make it more viable, and especially, guys, especially in a Mythic Plus scenario, having a 2-minute Dark Lair is gonna be great, because 3-minute cooldowns in Mythic Plus aren't as viable, I'd say, but 2 minutes, yes, please, this is gonna be great. So yeah, obviously there are some level changes, you know, but to take it, to sum it up for that, you're never gonna take Shadow's Embrace. Like, let's be real here. No one wants to take Shadow's Embrace either, and you get a 2-minute Dark Lair. Like, I'm all for it. Now you were thinking Cold Embrace Conduit, right? That's kind of useless. Well, they've now added a new conduit called Withering Bolt. So it's your Shadow Bolt or your Drain Soul deals 33% more damage per damage over time effect on your active target. So if you hop over to the conduit page here, you're gonna notice no Cold Embrace in the app section, but we got this bad boy. So mine is at 226, so it's going to read Drain Soul deals 32% more damage per damage over time effect that you have on your active target. This is where things get very insane, I should say. I don't even, like, what were they what are they thinking bringing this spec in back here? So essentially it's going above your single target. That's really all there is to it. Like, your Drain Soul or your Shadow Bolts, they're just gonna do more on single target. I had some breakdowns earlier. I can try to pull it up for you, but they're essentially like it's gonna look insane. Now, keep in mind, there are things in this game right now that buff the damage of your Drain Soul and your Shadow Bolt. Namely, first off, the Malefic Wrath, the legendary. So it increases your damage of your Rapture by, or when you Rapture, it increases the damage of your Drain Soul by 35% for the next 10 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. So, you know, you're gonna have 105% increased damage to your Drain Souls or Shadow Bolts. And that's not even it, because you have Necrolord with Decimating Bolt. So even on top of this conduit plus this legendary, you're gonna have Decimating Bolt to further increase your damage of your filler spell. It's spooky. Your execute damage could be very, very insane, and it's gonna be for mainly single target, I'd say, but the spec's back. Like, we're playing AF again in 9.1, and even if they nerf the conduit, because that's what's making this possible. The conduit is what's making this possible, right? Even if they nerf the conduit, you like, the spec now has like an all-around great toolkit, I should say, right? Because you have 2-minute Dark Lair, which is like, you shouldn't underplay 2-minute Dark Lair. This is big. This is like really, really good. And they also buffed Seed of Corruption, and also Corruption. So you're gonna have not only you're gonna be strong in your single targets, your stacked cleave scenarios, your big Mythic Plus packs, you're gonna pop off. It's just gonna it's gonna be great. It's gonna be very similar to Legion Affliction, where you're just gonna maintain your agonies, and then you're just spamming Seed. You're not even gonna hit Rapture. You're just gonna keep hitting Seed, and that's fun. Legion AF. I didn't play Warlock and Legion, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, Legion AF was very, very fun. And naturally, of course, Cold Embrace Conduit has been removed. These are some big changes, guys. I don't even like, I myself, I'm on the PTR now. I crafted myself a Malefic Wrath legendary. Let me try to find it. It's somewhere. Here it is. Cool. Yeah, it's on the shoulders. So essentially, I'll just kind of give you a rundown of what you want to do. So essentially, you're gonna put up all your dots like you normally do, but you want to kind of maintain the buff as you go along, and it's a bit annoying to do. I myself haven't even perfected it, but essentially, you'd go into your Siphon, into your UA, into your Agony, Corruption, put up all your dots, Dark Soul, put up all that. All that's good to go, I drained soul because I'm trying to stack Shadow Embrace. You don't do that. So you can see up here, I have the dot. I went through my burst. So then after that, you're just gonna maintain this buff. It's about to expire in a couple seconds. Refresh it. I don't have my weak lore isn't tracking it, but you can see up here 5 seconds. We're just gonna wait. Got my shard, and you're just gonna keep maintaining it. And your drain soul damage, guys. Look at that. Absolutely insane how much drain soul is doing right now. Like, and this only gets better with execute, and if Necrolord ends up sitting better, it's just gonna get better with Necrolord, and you'll just keep going. Like, it's insane how much damage you can do now, and you don't even need to like go for like big rapture dumps anymore. That's not the point of this. The point of this is like you can save shards for when your stuff's gonna come off cooldown for like your Dark Lair and your Dark Soul, but after that you're just maintaining this 3-stack buff, and you're just having a good time. And I imagine if this was execute, you'd be doing so much. And look how much my drain souls are taking for. I'll stop here, right? But my drain souls, if you look at the combat log, drain souls taking for almost 3k per tick. That's good. Like, that's really good. And you can see like my damage breakdown over that short little while. Drain soul is doing a decent amount of damage, right? That's it's gonna be great. I can't wait to play this build. I think it's very fun. Now, the question is mind is, right? The question in everybody's mind is swapping to Necrolord worth it? So personally, I don't think it's going to be. The playstyle that you have to play with Decimating Bolt, I don't like it as comparison to Soul Rot, and Decimating Bolt's going to only help you in single target scenarios. Whereas Soul Rot, you can use it in your cleave scenarios, right? And I wouldn't downplay the fact that Rapture can still do damage. It's still good. You're still going to be looking for a good burst every 2 minutes with shard dumping and stuff like that. So to me, I do not think we're going to go Necrolord, but again, it could be a possibility. We're going to have to wait, over the next couple weeks or so to figure it out. But to my thoughts, I think Nia's just too good. Like, the girl Nia, you got Grove Invigoration, you got the new ability Bonded Hearts. It's it's too good. Like, she's just too good. Now, all in all, my thoughts on the rest of how the tier is gonna play out. I do think you're only gonna play AF in single target scenarios, and I think that you're gonna play a destruction in your 2 target plus scenarios, and if there's 4 to like 5 targets, or if there's a lot of ads dying and it's in like a spread AoE scenario, you'll probably play AF with a Wrath of Consumption legendary. With the corruption buffs happening, and you had the agony buff in the previous patch. Your dodge are gonna hit really, really hard. And to complement it, if you use the Wrath of Consumption legendary, again, for those who don't know what it does, it's Corruption and Agony each grant an application of Wrath of Consumption when a target dies, increasing all periodic damage dealt by 6% for 30 seconds, and it stacks up to 5 times. So essentially, if you have something dying every 30 seconds, you're going to keep this pretty much a 30% dot damage increase. And with Corruption and Agony doing this much more in a fight like Council and a fight like Sun Kings, you're gonna do a lot of dot damage, and it's gonna feel good. And then obviously you can, if it ever becomes a stack data cleave, you have Seed of Corruption to do a lot of damage. If it's still spread out, you have Malefic Wrath to do a lot of damage. You know, all these things. It's gonna be good in scenarios that are niche, but also not niche, like single target. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Stay tuned for my next video. We got some trinkets that came up on the PTR as well, so we're gonna be looking through those. I'll upload a new video probably within the next couple days going over them and my thoughts on them as well. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.